So Pakistan asks, are you Christian or Muslim? I'm not actually either. I've never been christened or baptised. Would you like to visit Pakistan? I've kind of covered that. Is your parent happy? I've covered that. Can you speak Urdu? No. I can pick out a couple of words, things like yes and no and things like that. Have you ever visited Pakistan? No, I haven't. Are your kids Muslim? Again, I've kind of covered this. Ramiz Javed asks, what is your general perception of Pakistanis apart from your husband? How do you settle your differences with your husband, if any? I haven't really got an idea, really, of what they're like, to be honest with you. Annie B. I would be interested to know what were your thoughts on Muslims and the religion Islam prior to meeting your husband. I don't know, really. I didn't really have... I did think that they could only marry like Muslim people and they kind of get themselves to themselves, kind of thing. And I did actually think... I did think that women were probably were controlled a bit, but since being my husband, women have actually got quite a lot of power in Islam. You wouldn't think it, but when it comes to getting married, it's not just as simple as, oh, he wants to marry you, you're getting married. If a man and a boy and a girl meet, and the man goes, yeah, I quite liked her, and then they ring up the family of the girl, and the girl says, no, I didn't like him. That's it. There's no marriage. It's the woman who decides. Women have got a lot more power than you think in Islam. What were your family and friends say in marrying a Muslim? Yeah, I've covered this as well. And have you had any hate when you became Muslim? I'm not a Muslim. Also, what do you think of rebelling? Like I said, I'm not. Mohammed Isaac asks, what football team do you support? I'm not into football. An Entity asks, how did you meet your husband? At work. SSZZ130207 asks, what do you do on Eid day? Normally we go to my husband's parents' house for a little while, and then we'll go to his aunt's, and that's where like the party is. They have a big party with food and family come over. Sarah asks, still married or separated? Still married. Faizan Kazmi asks, what made you marry a Pakistani Muslim? I've answered this question twice. Yeah, I didn't think, oh, he's a Pakistani Muslim. I just saw a person. Ibi Khan asks, how's life in general? Good. Zoggy Gal 64, tips on saving money. I wish I knew. No, I think the biggest thing is don't live above your means. That really is the biggest thing that I can give anybody. Just don't live above your means. Don't get a credit card. Don't order off catalogues. Don't get a car on finance. Don't do anything where you have to borrow. Like, just don't get into that. If you can't afford it, you can't have it. As simple as. I think budgeting. So yeah, I mean, I shop at a lot of second-hand places and charity shops for my kids' clothes and toys and books, because kids grow so quickly. Kids go through toys, they break toys, you know. Sometimes it just ain't worth it. Just, you know, I mean, some people wouldn't agree with me, but I just think don't live above your means, and then yeah, just kind of like shop around for what's cheap as well. Jagvet Inti asks, are you happy? Yes. Samir Raza asks, it's kind of a silly question, did I get with my husband because I wanted my children to look like Zayn Malik? No. Zorana Mumtaz asks, who named all your children? How old are they? We've got Kaysen, who's 6, Noah's 4, and Amara's 8 months. Amara's name, I named all the kids really. Amara's name was, I said, oh, I really like the name Amara. Noah was because I was throwing out names, and my husband, he was like, no, and then he said, oh, what about Noah? And I said, you said you didn't like that name, and he said, no, I do. We kind of regret it now. And then Kaysen was, I looked at the names, all the Muslim names, and I found Kaysen and Kayan, and I said to my husband, I really like those two, could I have one of them? And he said, yeah, and I said, what one do you like? And he said, I like Kaysen. And that was it. That was kind of, it was Kaysen before he even knew he was a boy. Gemma Von 1, any possibility of number 4? Definitely not. Definitely not. Short answer is no. The long answer is 1, I can't afford any more. 2, I wouldn't have the room for any more. 3, I don't want any more. And 4, I would never be able to go back to work, and that's what I'm aiming to do, to go back to work. I would never be able to go back to work if I had 4. It just, you know, it would be, yeah, I just don't know if I could find anybody to have 4. Yeah, so yeah, it's a no, really. Javid Bro asks, how many countries have you been to? Oh, well over 10. I've been to America. I've been to Spain, France, Portugal, Tunisia, Ibiza, and Mallorca. So I've done a couple of the little Spanish islands. I went to Bulgaria. I went skiing in Bulgaria. Venice. I've been to Turkey. I've been to Egypt. I've been to Qatar. I've been to Crete and Corfu. So I've done a couple of the Greek islands. I've been to the UAE, and I've been to Qatar. I don't know, it's well over 15. Yeah, they're the places that I've been to. I feel like oh, and I've been to Germany as well. I went to Germany. So yeah, that's all the questions. I hope this video wasn't too long. I hope I answered everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone out, and I will speak to you all next time.